Welcome to the Day After Podcast and another rendition of Oops, Accidentally Watched the Entire Series. I'm Haley.
I'm John, and welcome to a Day After discussion of the 105 episodes of Hamtaro that made their way to English dub in the United States on Toonami of all things.
Or like it was right before Toonami or something.
No, like people were like, I think part of the reason this got so popular is people were like, why the fuck is this on Toonami?
I think it was like just Japanese enough to make Toonami, but then I remember this going like right into either Rurouni Kenshin or Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah.
It was just the weirdest thing.
It was like I want to say more adult Powerpuff Girls, and what I mean by that is it was, you know when Powerpuff Girls came on and you said, I want to, like, oh, I secretly watch this because it's cool. Now that you're a little older, you're like, I secretly watch Hamtaro, fuck it.
Like, yeah, it's a very nice, calming, relaxing show. I do want to say, I have an interesting relationship with with young me in the show. I didn't really watch the show a lot. Like, I guess it just wasn't on a good time for me. But I had a couch pillow-sized Hamtaro plushie, as well as a monstrous amounts of the little play sets. The little rubber dollhouse thing. So I had the dollhouse that like is carrying a whole bunch of the add-on sets. So I have fond memories of those. But now that I've watched the show again, the show's really freaking awesome.
Dude, you're fucking balling with all your merch and your swag.
I know, I was like, I had so much Hamtaro
This movie doesn't
swag.
ask you to think very much. It's like a gag manga that got turned into a it was on like a shoujo, like a magazine for girls and manga.
And we've been watching like a lot of more hardcore anime. I won't go into the titles, but
we watch this before we go to sleep.
Yeah, but we're like, so let's have something nice, easy, and light and fluffy to go to bed to. And Gal, it's just like, you're so charmed, and like in a similar way of watching any adorable animal, you just like lose your mind with how fucking cute this is.
I've never shouted Precious Bean at the screen more
much Precious Bean.
Oh god, we have to introduce you to characters, and there's no overarching thing to talk about. We're talking about the little fucking beans first, and then if you have other people we want to talk about, let's fucking do it.
Yeah.
Because this cast is almost a who's who of in English voice acting.
Yeah, it's in that weird transition of anime where everybody who's voicing everything, they're voicing all of the anime that's imported. So you see a lot of these people in other places.
For example, Hamtaro, the lead Precious Bean, is voiced by Kiara Zani, who you may know as the roommate from Prozac Nation, Yura of the Hair from Inuyasha, or Daring Do from My Little Pony, and he's just the fucking beaniest. Sorry.
So what is the trope you said of Hamtaro and his relationship to girls?
Clueless chick magnet.
Yeah, so all of the girls want to get with Hamtaro, and there's not very many girls, but like all the girls want to get with Hamtaro except for the baby.
Well, busy,
and he's just like clueless.
Hello, it is me.
Like romance doesn't even enter into his brain, but he's your standard cute anime protagonist. He's very brave, doing a courageous.
He's such not an enabler. He's codependent. Like he feels like even if it stresses him out, he has to help people.
Yeah, and he's just like. There's good episodes with Hamtaro, and I mean he's the main character, so he's in most, if not all of them. One of my favorites is one of the internet's favorite pictures when they go to the beach and
episode 4, yeah.
And he wanders out into the water and then runs back from the tide, and he has that just like
and the internet has put Sex Makes Babies under that.
So I love Sex Makes Babies face. I love Tired Bean.
Oh god, he's such a wonderful person.
And he's just like, we love his dance at the end.
Oh my god, he does his fucking little jam.
And every time that ending thing comes on, John and I do that dance with him, because you have to, it's Hamtaro.
It's the stupidest thing. Don't ask why he can mentally communicate with Laura.
Well, yeah, I mean, like, he mentally communicates with us, and they just have this nice little pet-master relationship, and it's cute.
Cute. Bijou is voiced by Chantel Strand. The only person I can recognize from her filmography was Diamond Tiara from My Little Pony.
Oh, yeah, that bitch.
Wow, okay.
The Diamond Tiara, not the voice actor.
Jesus Christ.
Hey, honestly, she has a better redemption arc than the other fillies, but I won't go into that.
Bijou's redemption arc.
So, Bijou is only French, I believe, in the English version. At least in the Japanese version, she's just a normal character.
Because her name in Japanese is like Ribbon-chan.
Yeah, Ribbon-chan.
It was like, oh, look, I got this thing. And it's so cute. Oh, God, the Bijou episode is we have, I got everyone bows.
Yeah,
Even if all Dexter does is take his bow off and put this one on.
And as you've probably seen from us playing the Hamtaro games, Bijou is always the standard girl whenever they need a girl. So she's Mrs. Claus in the Santa Claus episode.
I forgot she's Mrs. Claus! Oh!
Which is so freaking cute.
All the Christmas episodes kick ass.
One of my favorite things of Bijou is actually her introduction episode where she's locked in this giant house. Her owner Maria is very, very rich. And she, she doesn't know a lot of people, and Hamtaro, Boss, and Oxnard come up, and they do this little dance in the tree.
Oh, they do a dance! I was sick of Twirly Whirly, but...
We'll get to them later. But yeah, and so she's like, this is really about Bijou, just coming out and learning how to be friends with everybody, and it's so cute. Even if you are the standard girl.
Oxnard is voiced by Saffron Henderson, who you may know, among other things, as Sherry Belmont from Zatch Bell, Sachiko, Light Yagami's mom from Death Note, and Gohan from Dragon Ball Z.
By the way, when we say things that these people have done, they do lots of things. We're naming ones we personally know or personally have fanships with.
Oxnard starts this trend of, yeah, you got a character flaw. I don't care. You eat those sunflower seeds, buddy.
I think I applaud the animators. Oxnard is always carrying a sunflower seed. And how he carries that sunflower seed is entirely dependent on the situation. Most of the time it's in his paws. Sometimes it's in his ear. Sometimes it's between his ears.
Sometimes it's coming out his ass because he eats so damn many of them.
And sometimes it's on the side of his head and you're like, how does it stick there? But you don't question it because it's a fucking children's anime.
I love how Kana doesn't make fun of Oxnard because they're both friends despite being different character tropes.
Yeah, Oxnard is, besides Boss, weirdly bigger than all the other hams.
And Maxwell too, yeah.
Yeah, and Maxwell's tall, but Oxnard's big.
He's a chunker boy.
He's a chunker boy and he's still cute. My favorite Oxnard episodes are the Pepper episodes.
Oh god, he's got a girlfriend.
He's got a girlfriend. He's like that one guy that you're like, oh, he's just that loser in high school. You don't pay attention to him, and he's got this bitchin' ass girlfriend.
The finale of the Japanese run of the show is them getting married.
Oh my god!
Hamster wedding. Oh my god, I love it.
And Pepper's a boss ass bitch. She's a rockin' farm girl, and I think that's awesome.
It is awesome. Boss is voiced by Ted Cole, one of 3 brothers who all got into voice acting. You may know him as Namikawa from Death Note or Yamcha from Dragon Ball Z.
I can't believe Boss is Yamcha. That's so weird.
Think about it. Just put them 2 together. Yeah.
So John doesn't like Boss.
I like Boss now. I didn't like Boss.
Yeah, Boss is kind of a big personality. I always thought it was awesome when I was a kid that he's the wild hamster. That he's the one who goes around, he forages his own food, he lives out in the open. He's bigger than all the other hams. I don't know, I just thought that was really cool, that he's this wild hamster surrounded by pets.
He does have a warm streak that we'll get to, because there's a moment where it goes, hey boss, we found this sleeping dude here, just take care of him, fuck off, right? You guys... Okay.
Well, and okay, so all of these pets just come in and invade his fucking house.
And by the,
and we're like, we're gonna turn this into our fun house, and he's like, fucking okay.
He's okay with it. Yeah, shit.
He has a huge crush on Bijou. That doesn't go anywhere.
Oh, maybe that scans a little better in Japanese.
Yeah, and I don't know. It seems pretty harmless to me, but
no, yeah, totally harmless. It just he's always such a bullshitter until Bijou wants to do something.
Boss is always that one guy who's desperate to prove himself, like he can do anything, he can be the best at something. Yeah, he's that guy.
Oh my god, my favorite episode with Boss is when they go to Bijou's owner's birthday party. So they all go to Bijou's house, and Boss is wearing a decidedly out of date suit. By the way,
number 1, why do hamsters have suits?
Number 2, why do hamsters have backpacks?
why do hamsters have hamster-sized teacups and plates?
Why are there hamster-sized maracas? Don't ask.
We just don't There's just so much about this anime that if you don't question it, you have a great time.
I'm charmed by the lack of normal-sized backpacks.
But yeah, and then Boss, he sacrifices himself by acting as bait for the dog so they can fix up Maria's shit.
Hamty needs a win, Jesus. Pashmina is voiced by an English-language standard, Tabitha St. Germain. You may know her as the voice of Naz from Ed, Edd n Eddy. You may also know her as any one of these My Little Pony characters. I mean, goddamn, it's still on screen. What? She voices so goddamn many of these characters.
Right on. Oh, I love Pash. Pash is my favorite girl.
She's bae.
When I was younger,
don't say bae when they're hamsters.
When I was younger, I really liked Penelope. Just because I thought it was cute that this cute little baby is hanging out with the group. But Pashmina is there to help Penelope along and make sure that she's included. She's kind of momish, but also
I'd say fairly momish, yeah.
Yeah, fairly momish in the caretaker role, but You know, she's the pretty girl. She's both Howdy and Dexter have a crush on her.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
And they're
That's
constantly
their
fighting
character
over
trait.
her all the time.
Fuck,
And she's
shit.
like, oh, fuck you. Yeah, I don't know. I love Pash. There's something that's so cute about her. And I'm constantly convinced that she's Kari from Digimon, even though she's not.
She got the same character type. She got that Sora energy.
Yeah, and she has like the same timbre to her voice. Yeah, I don't know. But I can't really explain why I love Pash, but I do, because Pash and I's personalities aren't similar at all.
I shouldn't like Penelope, and I do, because she's just straight... I don't know.
She's a baby.
Straight baby, no chaser. She is voiced by Jocelyn Lowen, who I could only find as Shunran from Inuyasha.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so Penelope only says a Q,
And
or
a
a
qui.
qui, or a qua, depending on who's translating it.
Or if she's talking to Bijou.
Yeah, she's constantly like, she's younger than all the others, and they make a point to say that. There's a sheet over her head, never explained. And
I think it's her sheet. Just...
Yeah. Well, it's never explained why she wears it.
Oh, yeah.
'Cause she's just
Hamsters
a
don't judge. Yeah.
She's a normal brown and white hamster underneath.
Really...
My favorite episode of Penelope is when
Falling in love with a pig?
No. I do like Fall in Love with a Pig. But when that episode where she steals everybody's stuff.
That's so funny. I just did it because I saw Boss doing it.
Yeah. So she saw Boss like gathering things up as wild hamsters do, and she's like, "Oh, I'm gonna do that." So she starts like taking everybody's things, Maxwell's books, Stan's maracas,
Snoozer's pillow. Oh my god.
She's just like, yeah.
It's a quick one and done. I'm proud of her. Howdy is voiced by Paul Dobson. You may know him either as Cousin It from the new Addams Family or Juggernaut from X-Men Evolutions. He's a little more... Well, no, he's always... Never mind. I don't want to shit on Howdy. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm guessing that voice actor does accents really well. Howdy is the king linchpin of this series of way funnier in Japanese.
Yeah.
Because there's things, mannerisms he does, like with the fan, like that's a standard, like, joke or hawking thing.
Yeah.
But, it just doesn't translate to the United States and to English well. And so God bless these localizers for doing what they could with Howdy. Howdy's thing is puns.
All of them. Jokes. Yeah.
Yeah, puns and jokes. But most of the puns, they just, like, pick similar words. They don't try to make a joke out of it.
No, here's the thing is that, I want to take a stop off on Howdy to thank these localizers.
Yeah,
Holy
oh my
shit.
gosh.
They do start to fray to the point of breaking near the end, but at the beginning they are one of the stronger localization teams I've ever seen.
Yeah. Was this Funimation?
I don't know. Fill time.
And so with these localizers, I can't imagine the task that comes with doing someone like Howdy. Howdy's owners are shopkeepers, and so he always has his little apron on, he always has a broom.
Forgot his apron.
He's always telling jokes. He has this weird relationship with their parrot, and he's one of the ones who's crushing on Pashmina, and he's a nice antithesis to Dexter, and we can talk about Dexter here in a little bit, but in that he's the goofy one, he's the silly one, he's the one that's always making people laugh. Except for, like, in that one episode where he's, like, the villain, I think.
Oh, he plays the villain every time they fall asleep.
Yeah, no, because Boss played it that one time. Well, John's looking anyway. The dream episodes are just crazy.
Yeah.
Did you find the localization team?
Oh, it's Ocean Group.
It's Ocean Group, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so Howdy's a hard nut to crack.
They go into dream episodes. Whenever they want Laura to hang out with the hamsters.
Yeah, they just have these dreams, and it's all a collective dream. Everybody has a role to play. I think in the first one, where Laura's a princess, Boss plays this, like, super evil wizard who wants to turn everything into night, and he actually looks kind of freaking scary.
Once you get over the fact that this is just talking don't worry why fucking Laura's doing stuff. It's them pretending.
Yeah, it's this nice little imagination sequence. Hamtaro almost always has Brandy as a companion, and sometimes Howdy's the bad guy. Almost always Snoozer is either the king or the emperor or whatever needs done.
I like that.
And he says 2 lines and his part's done, and they move on.
Goodbye. Oh, Jesus. Dexter is voiced by my boy Samuel Vincent. You may know him in ascending order of badassness. Several supporting members of Sausage Party. Giovanni and Sito from Death Note. Laura's dad in this show. And my boy Double D from Ed, Edd n Eddy.
Nice. I can't believe you put 2 people above your Death Note roles.
Shit. It's okay.
I never knew how to read Dexter. Because he's not the smart one. Maxwell's the smart one.
I thought that's what freaked me out. I could never remember Maxwell's name. I was like, oh, there's Dexter, so he's the smart one, obviously.
But he's he's kind of the difference between like a nerd but in a geek kind of way. Like the difference between a nerd and a geek.
I'm not gonna make that distinction. Smart ham.
Yeah. So his owners are glasses people, and there's this really cute episode where he makes all of them glasses and tries to make them fit all their personality.
Oh, that's cute. That is cute. Yeah.
There's that one weird episode where Howdy's cousin is like on top of him constantly.
Oh, that is a weird one. Yeah, we needed a Dexter episode. Not like Dexter needed a win.
And he's just like totally clueless. Yeah, I mean, Dexter is there really to be the antithesis to Howdy. He's the one who's saying, Howdy, you're dumb. Just 24/7 all the time.
That's the end of Dexter. Listen, there's a voice actor out there. His name's Brad Swale.
God bless you, sir.
Brad Swale is Canadian, and after he voiced Light Yagami from Death Note, he said, "I don't like my pre-Death Note stuff," and it includes his role here as Maxwell. And God, is it funny that the character walking around with a book all the time is fucking Death Note guy.
Yeah. So like Oxnard, Maxwell always carries a book, and how he carries that varies depending on the situation. Usually it's between his ears if it's not in his hand.
Sometimes it's a backpack he made out of rope.
Yeah, but the funniest fucking thing, and I encourage you at home to play this, is
Such
whenever
a fucking funny game.
it's just randomly input Light Yagami's lines into Maxwell and vice versa.
Oh my God, it's gonna be so weird going back to to watch Death Note, but it's so funny watching him panicked walk up to people and go, guys, have you seen my dictionary?
If anybody finds my dictionary,
close your eyes,
and don't listen to any demons.
Okay, I'm gonna leave now.
All right, I wanted to put that out there.
But he's so hoity-toity, but in like a charming way.
Yeah, kind of like a clueless way as well, but like in a charming way.
I just love that when they're trying to ask history questions, it's like, were people back in history made of gold? Can you see aliens in the place? Okay? No. Fuck you.
Okay.
It's a twofer. Sandy is voiced by Brittany Wilson. You may know her as Mary Test from the show Johnny Test. Stan is voiced by Noel Fisher. You may know him as Vladimir from Breaking Dawn Part 2. Or, weirdly, Brian, the character at the end of Final Destination 2, who gets fucking blown up by a... Oh my God, he's right there. Show a picture. Oh, sorry. But
I hope you didn't show a picture of someone exploding up screen.
No, I'll show him beforehand. I was just so excited. I thought he was Max from a Goofy movie.
Yeah, so we put these two together because they're brother and sister. And they had this little arc at the beginning with the most annoying fucking song in the entire world.
Twirly whirly, round we go.
And so they're the sporty one. Like, they're what I imagine Japanese people think California is like.
Yeah, she's very kind of sporty. Yeah.
Yeah, so Sandy does gymnastics, floor gymnastics. Ribbon ball, and Stan
plays maraca and try to get his dick wet.
Yeah, he skateboards, he plays his little maracas. John's favorite game to play is look for Stan dicking around with his maracas in the background of any scene with tension.
Present in the scene, but not giving a fuck. Chicka.
Yeah, there's not much to say about him. They actually don't get a lot of screen time. Stanley? Sandy and Maxwell are a thing. And Stan doesn't ever get a girl because freaking misogynist assholes don't win.
These guys will get increasingly marginalized as really fringe characters as we go. For example, Cappy is voiced by Ellen Kennedy, who I could only find as the Princess in the Mist from Inuyasha.
Oh, okay.
Why is he wearing a hat all the time?
Don't love
fucking
Cappy.
question this.
I love Cappy. I don't know why. When I was a kid, okay, when the McDonald's Hamtaro toys came to school came to McDonald's for Halloween.
Of course.
Cappy's was an entire jack-o'-lantern that covered his entire head.
That's amazing.
And he was my favorite toy, so that's where my fondness for Cappy grew.
Oh my God.
His owners are super freaking rich and buy him everything under the sun, and he brings those things and puts them on his head.
Don't ask questions why he's underneath something.
Yeah,
that's fucking hysterical to me.
You just don't ask questions, and that's what you do. And he's friends with Stucky.
We don't talk about Stucky. We're not talking about Stucky. Panda is voiced by Jillian Michaels, not the Biggest Loser trainer, but Son Gohan from DBZ and Shippo from Inuyasha.
Yeah, I wonder again if that's young Gohan or older Gohan.
I have deliberately put down Son Gohan this time.
Okay. Yeah, so Panda, I wish Panda was in it more, because I like the idea of, Panda's a carpenter.
I made that whole fucking theme park for you, and then...
And then, so he builds Funland, which is badass. And he's also, his owner is that little girl that's Kana's cousin.
Oh, Mimi.
Yeah, Mimi. And Mimi has some really, really good scenes. She probably has some of the best episodes of any human, besides Conrad and Forrest. And Panda's just kind of there in the background. I remember getting confused when I was a kid that Panda's voice is very girly.
Yeah.
Yep, they keep calling him a boy, which he is.
A lot of them are girly voices, but yeah, Jillian makes him like fairly feminine. All right, and finally on the docket, Kathleen Westluck voices 3 people you need to know about. Number 3, Nier from Death Note. Number 2, Young Trunks from DBZ. Number 1, Snoozer, my boy.
Tell everybody about your relationship with Snoozer.
Snoozer, mother. I don't want to say bad things about you, boy. You sleep all the time. You are never shown awake. We deliberately went into the anime because I was so obsessed with you. I want to see other episodes with Snoozer in it. And even when they're in Magic Land and they're like, Snoozer's having a nightmare, what do we do? I'm going to wake him up. No, don't! What, is he going to die? We've just never seen him awake.
In the very first episode, when they go into Boss's house, at the end of the episode, Boss was like, hey guys, who the fuck is this? And they're like, oh, we don't know, he showed up there. And Snoozer became part of the group.
And they're so nice to him. When they go fly a kite, they made him a kite even though he's not gonna see it.
They made him a kite even though it's okay. When the fucking, when the Santa Claus, gift time came around, Boss made sure that Snoozer was on Santa Claus' list and they got him a big fuzzy blanket to put on his sock.
And Penelope fucking stole everything like, oh, they stole Snoozer's pillow. This is terrible. I'm never gonna go to sleep again.
Oh my gosh, Snoozer, are you okay? And by far my favorite Snoozer episode is the episode where the clubhouse is flooding, which may be one of the strongest episodes of the entire anime.
You get to see everybody?
Yeah, you get to see everybody, and it's a high-stakes situation. This is the first time you're like, oh my god, these little rats could actually fucking die.
Yeah. And they put him, I think they put him on top of something that floats. And he's just
they put him on a table.
and he just floats away. He's having this dream about him being a sea dog. He doesn't give a shit.
Yeah, he thinks he's this magical mermaid that's swimming through the ocean. And meanwhile, they're like all dying and trying to get him out without waking him up.
And they're like, sometimes when they do cleaning, they put him on the table.
Yeah, and everybody, when they're cleaning out the inside of the clubhouse, they just bring Snoozer out and set him on the table. They don't ask him to help. They don't ask him to participate. He's doing his own thing, and that's totally fine.
Yeah.
Snoozer is your mental health buddy.
Oh my god, I love him.
Everybody's like, oh, what about that Omar episode with Snoozer where the guy looks like him? I was like, yeah, guys, you forget that episode's not very good.
It is good. I like any good episode with Snoozer is a good episode.
Omar doesn't do it for me.
Okay, alright, fine.
He's our mental health buddy.
I'm gonna make quick asides for my boys, Jingle and Auntie Viv and Elderham. Auntie Viv and Elderham, don't do it for me.
Yeah,
the bickering old couple, maybe it scans better overseas.
Yeah, it's they're just kind of whatever for me. They're more annoying than anything. Elderham more so than Auntie Viv.
Jingle though, I thought he was a main character. When I found out he's not, I'm like, oh thank God.
Well, he's in both theme songs, you would think.
Well, yeah, but the fact that they have a rhyming character that they don't spend a ton of time with.
Yeah, I wonder if he rhymes in Japanese. I'm not sure.
It's easier to rhyme in Japanese, which is why his rhymes in English feel very flimsy.
And Jingle's best friend is the little pig.
Oh, that pig.
Yeah, I can't remember his name right now.
Hawk.
It's a cute little pig. And yeah, Jingle only shows up when he needs to, which is nice, because if he was there in every episode, he would get very old very fast.
I want to say this because it needs to be said. I haven't felt this feeling from an anime before, but here we go. Hamtaro gives me baby fever. No, let's state that a different way.
Well, I'm your wife. That has to be my reaction.
Okay, no, never mind. Guys, this is the only show I've seen with a very young female protagonist in Laura and Kana.
That are not sexualized at all.
They're not sexualized, and usually that's my go-to because I watch anime with adult women. With girls this little, I'm like, you need to not behave, but find a boy who treats you good. Make sure Travis treats you good. If Roberto treats you good, that's fine. But if Travis is mean, you leave him.
Yeah.
You do your homework. I'm going to be the best parent ever. I want you to succeed.
You can't be worse than Forrest.
It's such a weird feeling. No, I'm not asking for like judgment. That means she's a well-written daughter character.
Yeah, Laura and Kana they're very nice, well-written characters. They're nice frame characters. So these hamsters, they're not doing things in a vacuum. Frequently, they're doing things to help Laura or Kana or both of them.
Or just copying them.
Or just copying them, yeah, and doing adult stuff, like staring at the stars or the cherry blossom trees. And then you kind of get this nice little just everyday drama of being a preteen girl.
That is nice. I don't get to be involved with preteen drama. So.
Yeah, and in a way that's not creepy or weird or trying to say something about society.
Oh god, they're drawing and one of them fell asleep.
Yeah, so Kana likes to draw, she likes tarot, and Laura likes this boy, but she might like this other boy, and she's not really sure like what she wants to do. And her grandpa's weird.
Oh, we don't talk about grandpa, but like when oh my god, when they apparently their parents are gay.
Okay, it's a running joke. So every scene with Forrest and Conrad...
Explain yourself to the internet.
No, I'm not explaining myself to the internet. It's a joke that I acknowledge is not true.
Okay.
But it's so funny to see Forrest and Conrad together being the silly, goofy, dumb dads. And there's times, like, when they go bungee jumping off a rope where Conrad is tying Forrest up in that little bungee rope, and I'm like, holy shit, guys! There's some underground sexual tension here.
For jokes, we know it's not true. They both have loving relationships with their wives.
Yes.
It's just like you don't go bungee jumping with a guy unless you're gay.
Yeah, I mean I don't make the rules. Like that's the rule.
Babe, that is so perfectly just on the edge of possibly plausible.
And the moms are just fine with it. Like they're just like, oh, honey, you're so silly.
He's such a weirdo. Okay.
They do. They play the silly dad shtick very well.
Oh, it's so good. Okay. And he's gonna get married to. Oh, that's Mr. Yoshi. Let's talk about Mr. Yoshi. Mr. Yoshi began as a background character. This is true. He began as a huge fringe background character. People liked him. He began to get his own episodes with like the play they're putting on that he takes way too seriously.
Yeah, he is their teacher, by the way. Or Kana's teacher.
Oh, thank you. And he found a girlfriend in
Charlotte.
Thank you. A farm girl who owns Pepper. And
No. Let's be honest. She doesn't just live on a farm. She lives on a chicken-worshipping estate.
Complete with cannon.
Complete with chicken cannon. Don't talk to me about fucking chicken cannon. Do not talk to me about... Johnny, get it off the screen. I hate chicken cannon. I was doing a heck of distress when I saw that episode.
Dad won't let me get married to you because you pussy.
Yeah, because...
And then they do.
Yeah, Mr. Yoshi might be the most extra character on the show.
In a show
which is insane because the show contains Howdy. But the episode where they get married is really cute. If you can ignore Chicken Cannon, that's terrifying.
Now here's the part where we talk about standout episodes.
Well, I mentioned quite a few of them already.
Any other you want to mention?
Yeah, the wedding episode is really cute.
I can't think of any because you've really touched on them.
Yeah, I tried to touch on them as we went through. So
cool.
We weren't
Is there anything else you want to talk about? Because
Travis is boring as shit.
He's a teen boy.
He's a preteen boy. There's nothing to him.
I want the best for Laura. I don't give a shit about Travis.
And I don't like it when shoujo anime do this though, where we make our boys sandpaper. Like, please give them some character next time. Travis is fine as a plot device, but that's all he is.
Yeah. Oh, fucking Brandy.
Oh, and Brandy the dog. Brandy the dog is a super good friend to Hamtaro. He frequently just yawns all the time, but sometimes he goes on adventures, and that one time he ran a puppy race.
That's a dog race. You treat him with respect.
Oh, I'm sorry, Brandy.
He's the face of Kibble Boy Beans.
He's the the dog.
Why? Never mind. That was weird in that episode that Boss wanted to win so that he would be the mascot for a dog food brand.
Yeah, that doesn't scan.
Don't think about it, but there's a lot of really fun episodes. You will find yourself just eating these like chicken nuggets.
Yeah, and I can totally, because like Milo has come out and said, this is totally not my thing. I don't get your fascination. That's fine. I get that it's not everybody's thing. It's my thing. It's John's thing. It's really cute, really fun, great way to relax, and just precious beanitude.
Thank you for joining us on 105 episodes of Hamtaro. We don't know when this is coming out. We don't know what happens tomorrow, but we know what happened today. I miss it already. I haven't felt this hard up on oh no, the show's over.
Yeah.
In a long time.
I think Snoozer has his little feet tucked inside the sock.
Oh, you know he fucking does. He's a boy.
He's a little sock.
Beanie favoritism, I got it.
Little sock friend.
Oh, goddamn.
Yeah, that's what you're gonna do when you watch the show.
Yeah, sorry.